Hello and welcome to the webinar. My name is Dinesh and I'll be taking you through Zoho Books today. Please note that this is a listen-only mode webinar, so if you have any questions, please use the chat box in the GoToWebinar control panel and we'll answer those questions right away. In today's session, we will see what is Zoho Books, how to sign up for Zoho Books, how to create GST compliant transactions, and how to file GST returns from within Zoho Books, and we'll talk about other features. So let's start. So what is Zoho Books? Zoho Books is a GST-ready accounting software that lets you send invoices, reconcile bank transactions, track inventory, generate reports, and file your GST return effortlessly. You can access Zoho Books from your browser and also from your mobile phone. You can download the app from the respective app stores. Let's sign up. If you already have a Zoho account, you can use your existing Zoho credentials to create a new Zoho Books account. If you are a new user to Zoho, click on the sign up option. The sign up form need to be filled with your company name, email address, contact number, password for your account, and select your country from the drop down. Once done, click on sign up. Please note that if you're a new user, you will receive an email to confirm your registration with Zoho. As soon as you sign up, you will be directed to this quick setup page. This is to instantly set up your account so you can start accounting for your business as quickly as possible. Here you can set up the organization details or your company details, choose the industry type and how you were handling your accounts for your business before. Your customers will check the invoices you have sent to them in their mailbox, right? Like Gmail, Zoho Mail, or Outlook, etc. Instead, Zoho Books creates a separate space for your company where your customers can log in, view their estimates, and also pay for the invoices you sent to them. This space is called Client Portal. You can give a unique name for the portal here. Enter the company's address. Click yes if your business is GST registered. Enter the GSTIN. If your business is registered for composition scheme, check the box. It is nothing but a scheme under GST for small businesses belong to the unorganized sector with aggregate turnover less than rupees 1 crore. Or in case of northeastern states, it's less than 75 lakhs. These business owners registered under the scheme are called as compounding vendors or dealers. Check this box if you would like to apply reverse charge in sales transactions, that is, if the buyer pays the tax directly to the government. If your business involves in overseas trading, check the box and choose the account to track the custom duty. You can click here to add a new account as well. Choose how you are willing to file your GST returns, either from Zoho Books or manually. Choose the modules which you will be using for your business here. Once done, you'll be redirected towards your Zoho Books organization. Let's navigate Zoho Books. You can access all the key features from the left navigation panel. The dashboard provides an overview of the financial health of your business, like your receivables, payables, income and expenses, etc. This section will help you to add and manage your business contacts. You can manage both your customers and vendors list here. The products and services that you sell, render or purchase can be created and viewed under this item section. You can also manage inventory in Zoho Books and get automatic notifications when the stock level fall. The banking section comes in handy when you need to connect your bank or a credit card account with Zoho Books and fetch automatic feeds. Nothing more than your bank statement. You can also manually add transactions and set up rules to categorize the entries, more like matching the transactions you have within Zoho Books and the statement. The sales tab consists of modules related to your account receivables, such as estimates, sales orders, invoices, recurring invoices, credit notes, etc. The purchases tab consists of modules related to your account payables, such as expenses, bills, purchase orders, and vendor credits. The quick create icon in each of these sections will help you to create individual transaction under that particular section. For example, let's say you click on this plus button right next to bills, a bill creation form will be popping up right away. The accountant tab is where you record manual journals, file GST online, make base currency adjustments, and manage your chart of accounts. The timesheet section in Zoho Books will help you to create and manage projects involving different tasks and users. You can track project hours and raise an invoice for them. The report section holds close to 40 plus reports spanning every aspect of your business transactions, breaking down the data into concise information. The search option provided here will help you to find any data within Zoho Books quickly. You can click on this plus new button to create a particular transaction. You can quickly access the recent transactions under this icon. You can manage accounts for multiple companies from within Zoho Books. You can simply click on the company name to switch to that company. The document section in Zoho Books will help you to streamline and store all your documents in one place. You can upload any document like receipts and attach them into transactions like expenses or bills. On enabling auto scan, all the uploaded documents will be automatically scanned, necessary information will be pulled in, and you can create a new transaction from that automatically. When you click on the gear icon on the top right corner, you can configure your business profile. You can invite other users to work with you in your organization. You can customize each and every section in Zoho Books under preference, like you can add custom fields, changing the field name, etc. You can manage your GST settings. For any help regarding Zoho Books, you can always refer our help document simply by selecting help docs under this icon. You can also take a look at our help videos at zoho.com/books/videos. And you can also contact support for any further assistance. Now let's first add the list of accounts you'll be using for your business. The chart of accounts is a list of all accounts used in the general ledger of an organization. The chart is used by the accounting software to aggregate information into entities' financial statements. To begin with, click on the Accountant tab and click on Chart of Accounts section. To create a new account, click on the plus new account. Choose the account type, enter the account name. If this is a sub-account, check this box and choose the parent account. And then add the account code and description respectively. Once done, click Save. You can also import the chart of accounts if you have a huge list. Click on the drop-down right next to the gear icon and select Import Chart of Accounts. Choose the file. Please note that the file format should be in CSV or in TSV. You can download a sample file to refer and correlate your file with the sample file, and then finally import the data into Zoho Books. Now let's set the opening balance. The opening balance is the amount of funds in a company's account at the beginning of a new financial period or an accounting period. If you are migrating from an accounting software, enter the closing balance here to set up the opening balance in Zoho Books. Click on Settings on the top right corner and then click on Opening Balances. You will find the list of accounts you have added already. If you'd like to add a new one, you can click on this plus new account button at the bottom. Once you have added the list of accounts, enter the debits and credits corresponding to each and every account, and once done, click Save. Your opening balances are set. If you wish to modify or edit the opening balance, you can always come back to this section and click Edit and make the necessary changes. Let us add the company or your organization logo here in Zoho Books. Let's head to Organization Profile. Upload your business logo here, which will be displayed on all your transactions like invoices, estimates, etc. And please stick with the preferred image size for proper alignment. Now, let's understand Zoho Books with a typical business scenario. Let's say you run a store. You purchase goods from your suppliers. You transport the goods from your supplier's place to your store. You mark up the price or you increase the price of the product, and then you sell the products to your customers. You also have other day-to-day expenses you have to maintain like rental, electricity charge, etc. And you always pay your tax on time. Now let's see how I can manage all these tasks within Zoho Books, especially the tax part. Let's start by creating a bill to record the purchase. When you purchase goods from your supplier, you record a bill inside Zoho Books. You can record the payment for the bill as soon as you made the payment to your supplier. This completes the transaction. If you haven't recorded the payment beyond the due date, Zoho Books will mark those bills as overdue, which will help you to understand the list of bills for which you are yet to make a payment. To add a new bill, go to Purchases tab and click on the plus icon right next to Bills. Let's start by adding the supplier for whom you are creating the bill. If you have already added the list of suppliers in the contact section, they will be available here, or you can also add a new supplier right from this section. Type in the bill number and choose the due date. You can add your items here which you are planning to buy from your vendor. If you have updated Zoho Books with your items list inside the item section, Zoho Books will display them here. You can also add a new item right from this section. Add notes here. Please note that this is for internal use only. If you have any reference file to be attached, you can upload them here, probably the invoice which you have received from your supplier. This is a preview of your bill in the draft status. You can edit the bill, print or download them. Click on More to find other options. You can add your notes and comments for this bill here. You can record payment for this bill using this option. Click on Record Payment button and enter the amount. If you have partially paid for this bill, enter the partial amount. In that case, the bill will be marked as partially paid. Choose the payment mode and paid through from the respective drop-downs. Enter the reference number if any and save it. Now the bill is marked as paid. Now let's record the expenses we have incurred during shipping the goods or transporting the goods from my supplier's place to my store. Both an expense and a bill inside Zoho Books are used to record an expense amount. But there are a few differences. Let's say you incur an expense and you pay it then and there. You have to record that as an expense in Zoho Books. On the other hand, if an expense is one that does not require to be paid until later, you can keep track of the amount you owe till it's paid off. In that case, you can record that as a bill. For example, let's say you buy goods, you create a bill, and then later, after a month or so, or after a week, you make a payment. You can record that as a bill. In case where you have paid for the electricity charges, you can record that as an expense. Let's record an expense. Click on the Purchase tab and select Expenses and click on the plus new icon. Fill in the details like the expense account in which you would like to keep this expense tracked. Choose the paid through account from the drop down and enter the amount. You can also upload your expense receipts using this upload receipt option here. Choose the supplier from the drop down. Enter the reference number and notes based on your requirement. Choose the customer from the drop down if you wish to associate them. And if you wish to bill your customer back on this expense, check this billable box. For example, say you have incurred some expenses on behalf of the customer and you're going to charge the customer back on those expenses. You can check this box and then associate this expense when you create an invoice for your customer. Once done, click Save. You have successfully recorded an expense. Now let's create an estimate. An estimate is a quote or a proposal for the products you sell or the services you render to your clients to take your business forward. Click on the plus new icon right next to Estimates. Choose the customer for whom you're creating this estimate. Again, if you have already added the list of customers in your organization, Zoho Books will list them here, or you can also add a new one right from this section. Estimate number can be auto-generated or manually added each time, so you can choose that here. Enter the reference number if any. If you'd like to associate a salesperson, you can do that here. Choose the item. You can set the terms and conditions under Estimate Preferences so that you don't have to add them every time when you create a transaction. Let's say as soon as this estimate is accepted by your client, you would like to receive an advance payment from your customer to start with the project. In that case, you can simply check the box so that as soon as your customer accepts the estimate, a retainer invoice will be automatically created with the specified percentage, and choose the payment gateway. Attach any reference file here and choose the estimate template. Please note that you can customize template based on your requirement under the template section. Once this is done, you can save the estimate as draft or send it out to your customers directly. When you click on Save and Send, you'll be directed to this email page where you can customize the email content and send the estimate to your clients. So as soon as you enter into the estimate section, you will find the list of estimates displayed in a list. You will have a detailed preview as soon as you click on one of the estimate. You can edit, download, print using these options on the top, and you can convert this estimate to an invoice in a click of a button. Now let's say your customer has accepted the estimate and you are going to ship the goods. Now let's create an invoice. You can convert an existing estimate to an invoice in a click of a button, or you can head to Sales tab and click on the plus new icon right next to Invoices, or you can click on the plus icon on the top. As you could see, all the data is automatically filled in. I can cross-check them again. I can associate a payment gateway to receive payments online. And finally, I can click Save as Draft, or I can click Save and Send to send the invoice across to my client. When your customer makes an online payment, a payment receipt will be automatically created and will be available in this payment received section. And also the invoice will be marked as paid. In case of offline payments, you can simply click on this record payment button, enter the amount and other details, and simply save it. You will find the payments associated towards this invoice, and when you click here, you'll be directed to that particular payment receipt. So far, we have bought the products from the suppliers, we have recorded the expenses we have incurred, and we have sold the products to the customer. Now let's see how to file GST online from within Zoho Books. Let's head to Accountant tab and click on the GST filing section. Here you will find your returns. In order to file GST return directly from Zoho Books, you will have to enable API access from your GST portal. Please follow the steps. We have detailed step-by-step video for filing GSTR 1, 2 and GSTR 3B separately. Please take a look at them. I will touch through the process right now. Choose the month for which you are filing here. GSTR 3B is a consolidated summary return of inward and outward supplies. When you click here, you can see that Zoho Books has already filled in all the data in the required fields. You can simply cross-check them and push the return to GST portal. You can also print the report. For GSTR 1, which is a 3-step process, you'll have to first upload the transaction into the GST network. Then you have to verify and submit the transaction inside the GST portal. And finally, you will have to file the return from within the GST portal. GSTR 2 report consists of all the purchase invoices and credit notes received from your supplier created for that particular time period. GSTR 2 filing is a 4-step process. You will have to first pull GSTR 2A from GSTN and reconcile them within the transactions you have recorded within Zoho Books. When you buy goods from your vendor will send an invoice and you will record them as bills inside Zoho Books. So your vendor will collectively compile all his invoices and upload to GSTN. Now, the list of invoices uploaded by your vendors will be available in GSTR 2A. You will be pulling those transactions from GSTR 2A and matching the list of bills you have recorded within Zoho Books, and then you can reconcile the transactions. You don't necessarily have to go through each and every transaction to know which category they fall in. Zoho Books will automatically fetch the transaction from GSTN and then categorize them based on scenarios automatically. For example, let's say you have missed to record a purchase transaction, but your vendor had uploaded that transaction into GSTN perfectly. So when we pull the transactions from GSTN, that transaction will be there, but the corresponding transaction in your Zoho Books will not be available. So in this case, we will give you option whether to copy whether to automatically create a bill from the details which we pulled in from GSTN, or whether you would like to manually create one and then finally match them together. There are other scenarios like this, and Zoho Books will take a look at the transactions and will be placing them in these 4 tabs: not found in GSTN, missing in Zoho Books, partially matched, and matched. Once you have reconciled all the transaction, you will have to upload the transaction into GST network, and then inside the GST network, you will have to submit and file the return. We have a detailed step-by-step video on how to file GSTR 1, 2, and 3B from within Zoho Books, so please take a look at them. With this, we have completed the entire process. Let's have a quick recap. We have seen how to sign up for Zoho Books. We have created GST compliant transactions, and we have filed GST returns from within Zoho Books. We have a lot of other features with respect to Zoho Books. You can take a look at them. Hope this video helped you understand Zoho Books and its features better. Let us know if you need any assistance. Send your mails to gstindia@zohofinance.com or call our GST helpline. Thank you.